How to succeed in rush cash? I don't know. You got to drink smoothies, man. Smoothies are the way to go. Now we could three bet this, but we're not. We're always gonna flat, and we're gonna hit middle pair. Again, we're just gonna call, and we're gonna check back. Interesting bet. To me, a bet like this, it's hard to say. It could be a flush draw, but it could also be top pair. It could also be a bigger pocket pair, but I'm not exactly sure, to be honest. I think we're just gonna let it go like we did. Move on to the next hand. Whenever you're playing, if you get in situations where you're just basically not sure of your hand, where you're at, just fold, man. Just fold. Just fold your hand. You know what I mean? I feel like some people are like, oh no, I gotta stick around, I gotta win. You can't win every hand, so eventually there's hands where you just gotta fold. There's hands where you just gotta fold. Now I know some people are gonna criticize the call on the small blind there with ace 10 suited, because it could be definitely a hand where you could actually 3-bet, but sometimes you could play tricky. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like people, I feel like sometimes people say stuff like, ah, it's a 3-bet. It's always a 3-bet. How can it always be a 3-bet? So you're telling me that you're playing a game and you're only 3-betting with ace 10 suited in that spot. You're never flatting. Or you're never folding, for example. You're only 3-betting. I don't know, man. Like, if that's if that's your strategy, I don't know. Whatever. Maybe I'm missing on something here. My strategy, for example, when it comes to cash games or rush cash games, trying to play the button as much as possible. When I look at win rates, I notice that the button or the cutoff are usually the ones that make the most money. So I try to stick to a very simple strategy and playing in position as much as possible. He calls. We got we got netting, so we're going to have to try to bluff here. He bets $8. I think we're gonna try a little bluff here. I don't see why he would lead with trip queens here. Let's hope he folds, because of course we have nothing. He does. Hey, would hit a 7 on the river. That could have been actually good. I'm not sure what he was trying to represent there. If maybe he was, if he had like a gut shot or something, or some sort of hand like that. Again, my strategy doesn't mean it's the good strategy, but for example, like if I'm on the big blind and I have something connected like 6-5, I'm gonna defend. So now we're open-ended. We're gonna call only because of the clubs. Of course, we can't win no more unless we bluff. Can't we bluff? So how much do we have to bet to make this guy fold? I don't think we have to bet like a crazy amount. I think $10 could do it. Ah, I guess he has like a queen or something. Ace queen, yeah. Very good check by him, because the only way I could win the hand is by bluffing there, right? Or sometimes, again, I don't always bluff. Sometimes I just basically shut down and say, fuck it, I didn't hit. Let's move on. There's no need to bluff sometimes. Like some people think you have to bluff. You have to bluff to win. How can you win with 5 showdown? You can't win with 5-eye showdown, but it doesn't mean you gotta bluff every time you got a 5-eye showdown. Sometimes you're gonna miss. You're gonna be like, you know what? Hey man, I'm not gonna win this hand. That's it. Simple as that. People have to stop always thinking that there's always a way to win a hand. There's certain hands sometimes you're just going to have to like accept the fact that you ain't gonna win it, and it's probably not a great spot to bluff there. And to be honest, I'm not even sure if that was a good spot to bluff. To be honest, because I had the you know, I did have some of the hands you could have for a straight, right? Like the five and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. Whatever. We tried, didn't work. Move on, right? Now I'm only gonna record about, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes of me playing and me talking, me yapping. Again, for example, okay, well, nobody opens. See, sometimes I rather 3-bet with ace 10 off than ace 10 suited when someone opens when I'm in the small blind. And the reason for it is because ace 10 suited is way stronger than ace 10 off. So maybe flattening your stronger hands in a bad position and raising your weaker hands, if that makes any sense. That could be a complete bad strategy. Let me know in the comments. I just feel like protecting your ace 10 off in that spot is probably something better than protecting like a more stronger hand, because you could flop better with ace 10 suited. Again, in the big blind, if I have something connected, I'm calling. Unfortunate, not a good flop for 8-7. By the way, guys, the last video that you guys watched, if you guys watched, of me revealing the secret of how to win poker tournaments, I hope people understand that I'm trolling, right? I mean, there's a truth to it where you got to run good, but I'm just, you know, like having a little bit of fun. So I feel like sometimes people are gonna see videos and they always take it the bad way. You know what I mean? They never like, they seem to like never like get the sense of humor of it. The reason why I created, why I started to do the poker uh, videos, well, a couple of reasons for it. One, of course, I already had a YouTube channel based on the me playing, you know, video games, stuff like that. But I don't know, man. I felt like I didn't like what I was doing. I felt like it never really grew the way I really wanted to grow. I felt like I didn't take the right route. Sometimes I was calling out people in that industry, especially on FIFA, because I really hated the game. I really hated the way the people were promoting the game, like the way they made their videos and stuff like that. So I kind of like wanted to like get away from it, to be honest with you. Again, I didn't like the approach that I was doing. Um, and then I was like, you know what? I really do enjoy YouTube itself, because you don't make a lot of money off YouTube unless you're one of the big guys, right? Um, let's try a little bluff here. We have some backdoors. So it's a semi bluff. Yeah, so you know, of course, I wanted to keep my channel alive, and then I was like, you know, what can I do that could, you know, like make me enjoy doing YouTube, and that is basically playing online poker or poker in general, because I like playing poker. I've been playing poker for such a long time. It's just fun, right? Everybody has our hobby of stuff. Like for me, you know, poker is it's a hobby. It's also something that I would like to eventually, you know, like maybe win a big tournament. You know, like everybody looks for that financial freedom, right? Now, I'm not in a bad spot financially wise. I'm not in a great spot, but I'm not homeless. You know what I mean? I could buy, I could spend money. I have a healthy. I have a good financial health wealth based on my living situation. If that makes any sense, I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. Here we call with Jack 10 suited. Unfortunate. We have one type of backdoor, but I don't know, man. I think we're gonna give up on this. Now, of course, you know, calling 3-bets with Jack High is not the best thing. But the thing is, sometimes you got to call with Jack 10, suited, stuff like that. You got to call certain 3-bets, of course, right? Unfortunate, you know, if you're not going to hit something, if you're not going to hit a flop that makes sense with your hand, you can't really do much with it, right? So anyway, what I'm trying to say is that I decided to take the route of making videos of online poker, and one of the biggest things was, again, that's a hand you could call if you want, especially that you're in position, but we're not going to do it. Um, but I wanted to make it enjoyable. I wanted to have fun while doing it. I didn't want to be I didn't want to be one of those guys because I've been watching online poker, from on YouTube from a lot of people, and I have nothing bad to say about any of these people because they're running their channel the way they want to run it, and they play the game the way they believe is what gets them views and stuff like that. So they do whatever they have to do, right? So I have nothing against them. They do whatever they want. I just don't personally find it entertaining. I find there's a few guys that are very, very entertaining, of course. But there's a lot of people that are a little bit boring, to be honest. True. That's the honest truth. I just feel like some people are just boring. Okay, and I feel like based on my experience of like running a YouTube channel, which like again, I didn't really make it like big or anything, but I've been doing it for quite a while. I was like, you know what? Maybe there's some sort of like what's missing for poker is somebody like me, for example, that comes along and makes it more entertaining to the average player than the ones running RTAs and running sims and all that, which again, yeah, I don't even know why I was even gonna call. Yeah, thank God I didn't call. I was thinking about calling. I don't know why I was thinking about calling. Yeah, so that was my strategy. That was my strategy going forward with the channel. And again, I'm very satisfied with what the channel is doing for the moment. I am satisfied big time because I do feel like there's growth and there's a lot of people that love watching poker itself. So I feel like we have something maybe going here. I feel like donk betting this. How much do you donk bet a hand like this? It's go big. Let's go $10. This guy calls. Well, we have a straight. Let's see if this guy has some sort of. I don't. I mean, do you fold here? We only lose to 9-10. This could be a punt, but I don't know. We only lose to 9-10. Yes, oh my God, he's fucking free rolling, man. My God, he gets there. Fuck. What do you guys do in that spot? What do you guys do in that spot, man? That's a cooler for me. I don't know. We got top pair, open-ended. We hit the straight. The guy has basically a free roll with the spades and gets there. The guy's playing 40% of hands. It's hard for me to give him like credit for like 9-10, which he didn't have 9-10. He just had basically the same hand as me, but with the flush draw. Unfortunate. Maybe we hit a set of sevens. 16% 3-bet. It's too bad though. Too bad. It's kind of hard to fold there. I mean, you could fold, but I don't know, man. Like folding a strong hand like that in that spot is kind of hard. Ace, king, king, 10, 10, 9, ace, king, ace, jack. Let's hope he shuts down. And if he doesn't, let's hope he has ace, king or something. I guess we could still call. He has a lot of ace kings, a lot of ace queens. Let's hope he shuts down. I feel like we have to call. Yeah, a lot of bluffs. He's got a lot of bluffs. That's what I'm trying to say. He's got a lot of bluffs. He played it very, very well. Now some people, I know, I already know. Some people, you're crazy calling that. What's that, guys? He's got all the ace kings. He's got all the ace queens. He's got the king jacks, the king queens. He's got all those type of hands. You know what I mean? He played it perfectly. He did the right execution for getting a hand like mine to fold. But there's a reason why I have certain people tagged a certain way. I'm not gonna explain that, but there's a reason for it. So I'm not gonna, again, I don't want to explain all my strategies, but you know, like you gotta look at everything there and you gotta see, you know what? There's a lot of hands there that I beat. There's a lot of hands that, you know, that he could be bluffing with in that spot, and whatever. I make the right call at the right time. A little bit of redemption after losing with the with the straight there versus the same straight with the flush draw. By the way, guys, I'm not here to basically give people advice. I'm here to play the game. Of course, sometimes I'm gonna give people advice, but nobody has to take my advice. You know what I mean? I like anybody has the right to make videos and basically, you know, say what they want to say, right? We're gonna bet a bit bigger. Reason for is it looks a bit more bluffier if I do it. Maybe not. It's hard to three bet and not bet the flop when you hit three kings. You kind of have to bet. I feel like if you don't bet, I don't know. You could check, but I just feel like betting makes a person at least call one time if they have a pocket pair. Again, like I was saying, whenever I give poker advice, is based on my experience of the game. So again, I'm not telling people what to do, but you know, I'm pretty sure sometimes people want to hear different opinions from different people. So I'm a different person, and sometimes I have an opinion on particular things, right? So here we're gonna defend with the king eye suited. We hit a flush draw. Sometimes what I do is I click on them and I look at their hands that they play, for example. So the hands that I have an issue with this particular player are all hands that are like mediocre. Wait, what did he have again? He had no pocket pairs, right? No, none. A lot of offsuits type of hands. I guess we have to call. Well, we river the king. Now we kind of hope, yeah, we win. We kind of hope that he was gonna bet though. He doesn't bet. We river the king. We got lucky for sure. Of course, we're aiming for the flush draw. We got a little lucky there to hit that king on the river. But I thought he was gonna bet there. That's why I'm checking. Because if he bets, of course, it's an easy call. But unfortunate, he shuts down. He did have a pair of nines, which is surprising. Well, maybe not. Maybe he had value. He had, you know, he had a pair, so whatever. He did what he did. He had showdown value, in other words. So I guess checking is not the worst thing to do. What do you guys do when you get raised with a pocket pair? Do you guys call? What is your bottom range? Like, would you call pocket fours, let's say, after a three bet from a button there, or do you fold? So what I do, for example, if a guy's on the button and I open and he three bets me on the button, I call. And the reason for it is because I know on the button, a lot of regs, they like to use that position for strength, so we still call. If if it's like, for example, like, I don't know, I'm under the gun, I open, and the guy next to me or the one after, like it's a cutoff, bets, then I fold. Interesting spot here. Okay, so he could have a queen, of course. Stable genius. He could have a queen. You can have 5-6. I think if he bets here, we have no choice to just basically fold. Hopefully he doesn't bet. Let's hope he has 5-6 and he checks. He has ace queen. Wow, he got a monster. Ace queen. So, you know, like sometimes you gotta walk into like, see like that, he doesn't 3-bet. Like he doesn't 3-bet the button there. Again, I would have called because of the what I just basically mentioned, that if someone is on the button and 3-bets me and I have a pocket pair like eights, I'm calling. Of course, if he 3-bets very, very big, I'm most likely gonna fold. But if he 3-bets where it's like, I don't know, an extra 12 bucks, I'm gonna call. I'm gonna call with pair. I'm gonna set mine. Unfortunate there. He trapped with his he trapped us very, very well. Let's make a little 3-bet here in position. Okay, so this is the last hand we're gonna play. By the way, guys, you know, if you guys are enjoying the videos and stuff like that, I would, you know, appreciate people subscribing. I would appreciate I always appreciate people that subscribe, that comment. It doesn't really matter if sometimes there are negative comments. I basically invite everybody to follow my channel and communicate with me. I basically always try to like at least reply to like, I would say, the majority of the people that leave comments. Of course, if there would be like too many, I wouldn't be able to reply to everything, but I usually reply to a lot of people. Again, if you're gonna be just completely rude with me, I'm gonna just start completely avoiding with you. If you have some criticism, I'm okay with that. I may not agree with what your criticism is, but as long as you're polite when you're coming towards me about your criticism, I have no problem with that because everybody has their own particular way of playing the game, and I respect that. And hopefully you guys also respect the way I look at the game and stuff like that. That's all I gotta say. A little bit of a different video. You guys watched me play 20 minutes of Rush Poker NL 200. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.